Today I want to teach you how to create the film light gray effect. This is how it looks. I've seen lots of editors using this effect in many of their work, but I've never seen anyone doing a tutorial on how to create them. So this tutorial is exactly for this. Before jumping in, let me show you exactly what's happening here. The transition I'm going to teach you happens exactly between this shot and the following one. It's this moment. So the idea here is to create a light gray effect that goes in a vertical line. So as you can see here in this scene, we're going to start getting highlights in her body going up, boom, and then the next shot we already have them up and they go down. So this is how it looks. Obviously this has to match with music and sound effects, which is going to be another tutorial, but you get the effect. I'm going to go right here, which I have the actual edit. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you can see. And here I made a copy of the two clips without the effect. As you can see, this is how it goes. You know what, I'm going to create a loop here. And loop. So this is without the effect. As you can see, there's nothing. The key here is to apply the effect at the very end of this clip, the first clip, and then apply it also at the beginning of the following one. So let's start with this one. There's actually a couple of ways you can create this effect, but I like using the highlight node. So in order to do that, select the clip, go into the Fusion tab. Don't be scared if you've never used Fusion. It's not very complicated. It just works using nodes. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna press Shift space, and this little box is gonna appear here. And you're gonna type in highlight and click on add. You'll see that now the highlight node is attached to media in. And now with the highlight node selected, we're gonna go into the tools right here on the top right. I'm gonna go, let's say 3 frames before the end of the clip. So frame 28, it ends on the frame 31st. And I'm gonna start playing with this so we can see how this affects. So if you play with this bar right here, bring it closer to low, you'll see that we start getting highlights. And then we can also play with the curve and it intensifies. But as you can see, we get these shaped stars. And why is this happening? It's because this number of points is 4. If we increase the points, you'll see that we get like more star looking shapes. So what we want to do here, and this is very important to get this effect right, is put a number 1. Now we have number 1. If we modify the length, you'll see that, oops, this is going towards the right side. But we want this to be vertical. For this effect to work, it has to be vertical. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the angle to 90. Now here's when we need to tweak this like with a little bit of taste, okay? What do I mean by that? You just can't go and do these sharp, crazy lines right here. So you're gonna have to start playing with this. First of all, since this is the beginning, we want the length to be very short. I'm gonna adjust the curve just to be something. Now, you know what? I'm gonna do actually something even better. I'm gonna select a keyframe right here, and I'm gonna go to the last keyframe, this one right here, and increase the length to something like this. But here what I'm saying is like there's too much highlight here. So in order to reduce that, we can do it through here. There you go. Something like this. And maybe I'll increase the length. You don't want the length to be so tall that it blocks completely everything. You just want to have something like this. Yeah, that's fine for me. And then go to the other frame and I'm gonna put 0, bring the length down to 0 here. And in the frame in between, you want to have already a little bit of the length. So something like this. So this is how it plays. Boom, boom, boom. So as you can see, we have a couple of frames of this growing up. This effect, these light rays are growing up. Okay, so this one is done. And now we're going back into the editing tab. And we're gonna go into the other shot, this one right here. And we do the same thing, but we're gonna go into frame number 3 again, shift space, highlight. And frame 3, the length is gonna be 0. And the frame 0 is gonna be the one that is higher. Remember to adjust this, and obviously remember to add one number of points and the angle, the same one, which was 90 degrees. So now we have this right here. Again, play with length. I want to start with something like this maybe. Also, you can adjust the curve and maybe a little bit less length. Okay, that sounds good to me. As you can see, like in only one frame, it kind of disappears. So I'm gonna go into frame 1 and add another keyframe for length. So we can actually see the effect of the length going down, you know? It's very fast. So right now we have this like effect, like decreasing the actual highlight. So it looks like this. I think it's a pretty cool effect if you like combine it with film burns and other flashes, especially if you manage to like match it with sound effects. Oh, by the way, if someone actually knows the name of this transition, I actually don't know because I couldn't find it. No one did a tutorial on this. So if someone actually knows what's the actual name, yeah, just put it in the comments. And that's it. This is how easy it is to apply the film light ray effect in DaVinci Resolve.